Favorite song or favorite part of the show for each of you? What is it? Anybody take it?
Unlikely Lovers.
Four
probably.
Unlikely Lovers.
Yeah.
I wasn't in
It
that.
just,
It's okay.
and over the years, as Bogey said, that some of us get together. They ask us a lot of times. We get asked to sing "For Unlikely Lovers," and we just did it at the
We're gonna
Lotel
sing it right now
Awards.
for you.
Well, Janet didn't do it, but she did. Carolee didn't do it, but Janet did. But Carolee, and then I remember we did it for a tribute to James, and it was great because the four of us hadn't been
At the
singing.
Waldorf? Is
Yeah,
that-
no, at the Plaza.
At the Plaza.
And Carolee was like,
Yeah.
I don't remember what part do I do here, and all we have to do is turn to Stephen Borgardus because he knows every part. So he would say,
He
no,
was the
Heather,
vocal
you went here,
master.
and Carolee.
I don't
So-
know the part. I know when you're singing it wrong.
You know.
Well, sorry. Yeah.
He
And
used-
he's more than willing to tell us.
Unlike any experience before or since on Broadway, Stephen used to call rehearsals for the four of us.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah,
I mean, did
because
he
we
do
had
that
to-
off Broadway too?
No,
I mean,
not so
if
much.
someone did that to me now, I would be like, what the? Who
He
did
wanted to
you
because
want?
we had a tendency
He would say,
to go
"You
off
guys,
pitch
we're
a little
going
bit.
a little flat. We have to
Yeah.
have a rehearsal at half
So,
hour."
yeah.
My dressing room.
Yeah. He was always.
And we would do it.
You know, if you look at the
pitch
score,
Nazi.
if you look at
You
the
were.
score
Pitch
as
Nazi.
it's written, there's all these funny notations. One of which is like, this is what SB Stephen Borgardus is actually singing. This is not what the line that's written here is not. Steve Borgardus is actually singing something else. All of our initials are at times are in the score saying, I don't think this is what they're really singing.
I also just want to say the other thing that, because when we went to Broadway, James obviously he did not want to take what Graziella had done because that was her production. She had the quilt come down at the end, the AIDS quilt, and they tried many different things, and in off Broadway we went through the red door, and then on Broadway I always thought coming together at the end, the circle of people, that was so beautiful to me. I mean, every night I just, it was so touching, and that was another great, moment.
Well, what would I do?
Right.
With
Yeah.
starting off as Marlon's
Right.
song, and then
Right.
my character coming back,
Right.
and then my character receding, and
Right.
everybody else
That
coming
was
out,
so
and Chip
beautiful.
coming back to
That James is
homosexuality.
brilliant that way. It's the simplicity that, how he does things like that.
One of the lyrics in the show that, right at the end of the show, that never failed to kill me was, lovers come and lovers go, lovers live and die, fortissimo. This is where we take a stand. Welcome to Falsettoland. Because Chip had set that, Martin Mendel had set that up early, or all of us had set that up early on.
Right.
But then he says, lovers live and die, fortissimo. This is where we take the stand. Welcome to Falsettoland. And again, Lapine, to me, did the most brilliant thing, just having us all come together. And, to this day, this is still something that that moment at the end of that show just still gets me.
I liked all those moments when we were all like racing around like idiots. Four Jews jumping around. We always had so much fun doing it. Before the show started, we shined flashlights at each other across the stage, but when we burst out onto that stage with all that energy, and it was just so much fun. And we were just having such a good time. And so I think of that, and I also, I'm going to say, like, I always like singing, march, 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 to the Falsettos, march. And basically, one of the things that I have such a, I was trying to sing higher than Steve Borgardus. My goal was just to see if I could sing in falsetto even higher than Steve. And if you guys ever were around stage or in the wings, we were just having the time of our lives. And so I think of those group things that I was
Baseball.
Baseball.
That was a fun
Yeah.
scene.
Baseball. Those were. It was just so much fun to do.
It was.
So much fun.
It's amazing that the show was so simple.
Yeah.
I mean, nowadays people spend millions and millions and millions of dollars on sets and chandeliers and helicopters and whatever, and it was chairs and a door and it was really just the power of the story that it's so hard to find these days, I think. I mean, that's what I miss in the world of musical theater, just that amazing characters and a story that just really carries you.
Yeah. With this new cast coming back to Broadway, you're sort of passing the torch. I mean, everybody had
Do we have to?
I think I'm still young enough to do it.
Yeah, we all.
Everybody should be back at 2 minutes.
Have people been asking you, are you doing it? They ask me all the time, are you doing it? I say, what? No. Huh? Yeah, exactly.
Nobody asks me.
If
The
you
only
could-
one who's told is Jonathan.
Jonathan should be doing
Jonathan.
it.
John, yes, you could do it.
I'm still in the
You should be
running.
doing
Thank
Borgardus.
If you could say one thing about this whole experience to the new cast that's doing this on Broadway, what would you say to them?
I would say it takes. I think it takes more energy than you can ever imagine. And
I don't
get some
think
rest
you,
every
you
day.
know what? I don't think they have to be told anything.
Yeah, no, these guys are great.
Just something that
Well,
you pass along.
no, you know what? They will become a family
Yeah.
because the show forces you to become a family, and that is, I mean, look at us, minus Barbara and the other cast members who we have done it with over the years. We're a family. I mean, it's like doing summer stock that first year out of school.
Yeah.
You know, we have stuck together, and we're a small cast. We're a teeny tiny band, so to speak. But there's no show like this show in my life where we come together, where we just connect automatically. You know, the storytelling is so absorbing that it seems almost banal for me to try to come up with some quirky thing to tell them, because I think they'll find it themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Just
mean, I think the
enjoy
energy
it.
thing
Yeah,
makes
just
a lot of
enjoy it.
sense.
I would
Because
say-
it isn't, you know, emotionally and physically, it was a very exhausting show to do.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
Yeah.
tiring, you know. But it's like, it's one of those shows, it's like, Jonathan, you were saying, Jonathan, about sometimes a show is so well written that you don't have to do a lot, you know? You just don't have to do much. Just get out there and say the words and sing those songs and move where you've been asked to move,
It's
like
such a
like Stephen
luxury,
says, I mean,
too.
they're going to be just fine. This is a
Well-
great group of people.
But I
that are
also
doing
would
this
suggest,
revival.
you know, they shouldn't be intimidated by how good we were. I mean, you know,
They will
they shouldn't have that.
be.
They shouldn't have that burden on their shoulders.
Like I
That
was
should just be
the
removed.
entire first week of rehearsal of March of the Falsettos.
Yeah.
Because Chip had done Marvin in
Yeah,
trousers,
and
and
kept looking at
I
me
couldn't even be
thinking-
around it.
Yeah.
Because he was so intimidating.
Yeah.
You know what? The characters all have flaws, and I would say embrace the flaws, because that's what makes the show so good.
Right, that's true.
People
That's true.
embracing
Yeah.
their flaws.
And they're just doing a limited run for positive, or is it?
Who knows?
Oh, I don't
You
know.
never
I
know
thought it-
anymore. It is limited, but
Yes.
you know, all of a sudden, yeah.
Well, you know, they should just enjoy it while they can, because
totally,
it's this kind of show doesn't come along ever.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's just so brilliant. It is definitely one of a kind.
It's such a luxury to have writing like that. I mean, I know we've all done shows where you have to fill in so much in the writing, and you have to, you know, make something out of what's not there, and that is not the case with this show. It's all so easy, really, when you trust the material.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we had the luxury of Billy getting to know our voices and our personalities and writing to some degree for us
Sure.
as time went on. So that was pretty sweet.
So to ask you finally, this has meant the world to me to get you all together, sitting here. I mean, what does this reunion mean to all of you? I mean, how often do you see each other? I mean, this was, like I said, this is a life changer for so many people to go and see this show, for what you all gave us. I mean, to be here together, you all seem like you all just catch up all over again.
I don't know. I love being with these people. You know, we miss each other. It's fun. We had an amazing time together. I had a little event, a little house in the country, brought everybody up there at one point, because there was a production of Falsettos in the country.
Sharon.
And we all hung out and
Oh, we had so much fun.
you didn't.
I didn't get invited.
No, you were invited, everybody. but
Barbara and Carolee couldn't come.
Everybody was working.
They were working.
But
Well, you know,
But it
hanging
is
out.
like, you know, it's like old, you know, again, it's like
It's
one of those
family.
things
It
where
really- we
you don't
keep saying
see
it.
an old friend for
We all-
like 3 years.
We grew up
and then
together.
you just walk in and it's like, it really was kind of like yesterday that we all.
You know, we grew up
We're hanging
together,
out
and
together.
even though I was a little bit older than the rest of them. But no, but seriously, I mean, it really, we keep saying this same word, but it's family.
And I hope we'll be at the opening of the show.
I did.
Yes.
Remember, we said to James, we're being invited, right? And he just said, yes, better.
You guys got them yet?
When is the opening? Does anybody know?
It's in October, right?
It's in October.
Opening's October. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
I'm
very
so
exciting.
excited to see it.
Yeah.
I feel the
I
same
really
way.
am so
and
excited.
Yeah.
and it's a phenomenal cast. So like
Oh,
I
yes.
saw Christian and Andrew sing "Thrill of First Love"
Uh-huh.
at a little benefit.
Oh,
really?
And it was like just fantastic. And I had
Wow.
forgotten how great it is. You know, I mean, I hadn't seen it in a long time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it was thrilling. So I mean,
But
it's
not quite.
not
Yeah.
just a little, but
I thank you all so much
Thank
for
you.
doing this
Thanks
today.
for having us.
Richard,
Thanks very
so
much.
great. Thank you very
Having
much.
you here.
A lot of fun.
And we
for us
wish
to get
them
together. Good luck,
Great
everybody.
luck.
Good luck,
Yeah.
guys.
Have a great time.
Yeah.